Hey everyone, Monk here, and I know many of you have asked me if I was going to do a build update for my Magicka Gank. Well, this here is a completely brand new build, which honestly I have only played for 2 days, but I have no words to describe how insanely broken it is. I'll be playing a lot of different builds on different classes this patch, but this Gank is going to be my main for sure. The amount of burst the build delivers is just broken. So if you do like the video and the build, please make sure to drop a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'll be releasing a lot of interesting builds this patch on different classes as well as the gameplays. So without any further delay, let's dive into the build. As always, the build is designed to work in a no CP open world environment, however it will perform similarly if not better in CP, given you can figure out what CPs to use. And I'm no expert in that area, so don't ask me for one. To start with, let's look into our stats. Now these are completely self-buffed and with continuous attack in no CP Cyrodiil. I would let you guys read all the other basic stats, and I would rather focus on the more important ones, that is spell damage and penetration. We have almost 5700 spell damage with 16,000 penetration. About 720 of this spell damage you won't see on your character sheet because it just doesn't show there. And here I tell you the first set we are using, which is War Maiden. Zos really buffed up this set, and the amount of damage now this set provides, nothing else comes close. We are Dark Elf because of the passive spell damage as well as Max Mag and Stam. High Elf would be my second choice, closely followed by Khajiit. Now I'm using Shadow as our Mundus Stone, and that is for the sole purpose of maximizing crit damage. In my last build I was focused on pushing spell damage higher and not crit, and that was for the simple reason that we could passively stack spell damage much higher up to a certain extent where the base damage was more effective rather than just a crit opener and occasionally follow-up crits. Changes to Balorgh, 10% passive spell damage from sneak, changed to flat 250, did hurt a lot when it comes to stacking spell damage. And also with the change to Impen, most players now will tend to opt for other traits as they are rather more beneficial than stacking 7 Impen like before, which is good for us. And the last reason to maximize crit damage is the new change to the set Mechanical Acuity. Yes, it's our second 5-piece set. With the new changes, it does not have the proc condition anymore, and that means we control the proc. From the landing of first light attack, everything that follows, including the light attack, is a crit, and that is a massive boost. For the food, I'm using red Frontbar for max health and mag regen. The extra health does help with surviving, and regen is well always good. For the potions, we are using Detection Pot. These are the best for this build, as they not only give mag back, but also major sorcery and 20 seconds of detection, which comes more handy than I can emphasize. We are also Vampire and Stage 2 for the sneak passive, which makes the sneak cost significantly less, as well as combined with concealed weapons we can move really fast. At this point I must also mention that I use Ring of Wild Hunt to move around while I'm stalking my prey, and the moments before I go for the kill I switch gears using the add-ons. However, for those who play on consoles and do not have this luxury, it's not a make or break point for the build. You simply have to be more careful about moving and positioning yourself. Now before I move to the skills, here is the last and most obvious set, Balorgh. In terms of burst, there is absolutely no match to this set. Honestly, I really don't have anything much to say about the set. It's just the best there is for this build. On a quick note, all gear pieces are light and divine to maximize the mag cost reduction and effectiveness of Mundus Stone. Jewelry is all infused with spell damage enchant, and front bar staff is Nirn-honed Inferno with weapon damage enchantment. All body pieces are enchanted with Magicka glyph, and that pretty much sorts out all the gear. So with the gear and stats out of the way, let's have a quick look at the skills, and then you can be on your way to delivering some pain. On the main bar, first skill we have is Camo Hunter for Minor Berserk, which gives us 8% extra damage to all our skills, and since most of the time we attack from side or behind, so it's a 99% guaranteed proc. The next skill is Impale or Execute, not really needed except for sometimes when we go against tankier targets, makes our life much easier to finish them off. Third skill is Concealed Weapons, our main spam build, as well as for the passive where it increases our movement speed in sneak. And with this skill and the Ring of the Wild Hunt, I'm sure you have noticed in the background I could chase players even on the horses and still finish them off. The next skill is elemental weapons, our opener, as well as to get those ones who try to run away. I don't always use this skill as opener and go straight to our ultimate, that is Incap, to deliver the biggest of our burst, followed by concealed weapons to finish them off. But sometimes against high health targets, landing this with Incap increases the kill potential of the Gank, not to mention the light attack damage as well. So I'll leave that to your discretion about when and how you want to land your Gank opener. Both options work fine. The last skill on this bar is Cloak, for the very obvious reason, and I'm not sure if I need to explain the importance of this skill for a Gank build. It used to be more useful with guaranteed crits after using the skill, but with the changes to Acuity, we don't have that reliance anymore. Now, on the back bar, I want to talk about two skills, which are important. Rest of the skills you can fill in as per your gameplay style. The rest are actually all flex spots. The first skill is Race Against Time, to give us Major Expedition as well as Minor Force, which increases the crit damage by another 10%. And second skill is Deep Thoughts, which we do sometimes need to refill our resources when in a crunch. Yes, that does happen. I have a Resto staff on the back bar with the Rapid Regen for obvious reason, that is to heal in case it's needed, which sometimes does come handy. And that is pretty much all the skills. So I'll be ending the video here with few quick tips, and these will help you in securing the kills more effectively. First, patience is your friend. The more time you spend sneaking and observing the surroundings as well as picking your targets, you would have better chances of getting the kill. Blindly rushing into a group of players and hoping that the sets will do the job for you, not gonna happen. And second, make a conscious decision about choosing your target and your opener. Sometimes you would come across weaker targets where you don't need to unload your 500 ultimates, just a couple of surprise attacks will do the job. And then there will be times when you come across stronger targets, do not go against them half prepared. That is with less ultimates or no ultimate at all, or Acuity being on cooldown. It will only bring pain to you and not the other way around. So with those words of wisdom, I'll leave you here and wish you all the best in spreading the pain. See you soon in the next video, and thanks for watching.